Hey darlings, get ready with me. Today I'm going to have dinner with an old friend. So we went out for my mom's birthday and I ended up running into one of my old friends from high school. This was one of my good girls, okay? Like we used to kick it hard back in the day. So I ran into her and we exchanged numbers and she was like, "Let's do something." And I said, "Okay." Excuse my husband's side of the closet, okay? Y'all know. I'm actually really glad that she invited me out to have a nice little dinner because, sometimes you just need to have a little yap session with one of your girls. And, I've just been trying to be intentional about just prioritizing myself a lot more as a mom. As moms, it's sometimes easy to get caught up in everyday life, and I don't prioritize that as much as I used to, as far as like kicking it and hanging out with my girls and stuff like that. So the fact that we reconnected, I don't take that lightly, and I think that that was very intentional, and I'm gonna lean into it and see where it goes. See how she's doing and how we can grow together, and just be more intentional about being a friend. In the past, I may not have been that intentional about maintaining relationships and being a good friend, and that's something that I've always been wanting to work on. So I'm going to be intentional and, pour into the friendship, hopefully. Sometimes when you're reconnecting with people from your past, it can be a little bit difficult to maneuver through because sometimes people have a hard time seeing you past where they remember you. But, when we ran into each other, the vibes were good. So we're just going to go ahead and have a good dinner, get a good little kiki, and I'm just opening myself up from, my introvert ways. Y'all know that I am an introvert and I'm trying to do better. Okay, I'm doing a lot better with doing that and moving away from that and just allowing myself the space to be able to, go out of my comfort zone. That's something that I've really been working on this year, and I've been working on it with y'all. And I feel like I've improved a lot as far as that. So yeah, we're gonna have a good time tonight. Have us a good laugh, or kiki, catch up, see how she's been doing. I'm going to go out in the garden and grab her a few things because that's always something that we had in common, like plants and plant babies and things like that. So I'm going to go out there and see what we have left. It's the end of the season, so pickings are scarce. But I know I have quite a few things out there that I can put together a little something for her. I'm excited, to have a little girl time. This used to be my girl, y'all. We used to kiki so bad. And then I moved away and I hadn't seen her. I also think because I grew up with so many women, I've never really felt the need to have to maintain relationships outside of my sisters and my cousins because we've all always just had each other. And when you have so many girls in your family, you don't have to necessarily work hard to maintain those relationships because they're always just there, if that makes sense. My sister Vicky, she is so good with maintaining relationships. My girl, she has so many friends, and I'm just looking at her like, dang girl, how do you juggle it all? I look up to her in that way as far as like being able to maintain friendships and being intentional about being a friend. And that's something I'm going to have to start talking to her about. Like, how do you manage to balance it all? Her daughter just went away to college, so she definitely has a lot more free time. She's been hanging out a lot more than I'm used to seeing her on the Instagram, but that's her business. And as a mom, when you get to that point, kudos to you, girl. Live it up. Have a good time. You deserve it. And I'm starting to feel like that. Rosie's a lot more independent now, and she doesn't need me as much. Speaking of, her and my husband went on a daddy-daughter date today. They're going ice skating, and they're going to Dave & Buster's and going on a nice dinner. And I love that he took a moment to prioritize her because not only is it a little tough for her, me going somewhere and her not being included, because y'all know I include my girl in everything I do, okay? Rosie is always with me. If my car is moving, unless it's the grocery store, Rosie is in it. So he took today to be intentional and prioritize her. So they are having their own day. She got her makeup done, her hair done. She's wearing a cute little outfit, you know. And I love that for her. I love that for both of them. Their relationship is so beautiful. And I just love that about him. He is such an amazing father. It doesn't matter what kind of day he's had, how it's going, you know, like how busy he is in a day. He is always so intentional about being a father, and I couldn't have prayed for a better husband, honestly. I'm so grateful for him, and I love him so much, y'all. I love that man so much. And you know what? I kind of feel like it was meant to happen because originally our dinner plans was a little later in the evening, but we finished apple picking and stuff for my mom's birthday early. So we were like earlier in the day, and we walked into the restaurant and my husband opened the door, and then her boyfriend opened the door, or I'm assuming was her boyfriend. And then they went to the bar and we were getting ready to be seated. And then she turned around and said, "Is that Lexi?" And I said, Is that Mia?" And we had a good little laugh, and she got to, you know, like see my mom and say happy birthday to my mom. My mom hadn't seen her since we were kids. So yeah, it was a good energy, good vibe, and I'm looking forward to catching up with her and seeing how she's doing. So yeah, I hope y'all are proud of me for going out of my comfort zone and catching up with an old good girl. So we're gonna go to this new Asian fusion place. I've been wanting to try it. The food looks so good, and they have like house-made wines and things like that. So I might indulge and have me a little glass of wine. I don't usually have a glass of wine or drink often, but you know, I'm gonna be close to home, so why not? You know, even Jesus had a glass of wine. Okay. So please ignore my closet being in disarray. Y'all know how it is when you're trying to get yourself together, honey. You gotta weigh the options, and the closet is the sacrifice for that moment. I'll clean it up later. I'm gonna wear my blue pinstripe linen pants and a little denim corset. So all right, y'all, this is somewhat the final look. I'm gonna go more glowy and dewy and lip line my lips and put my lipstick on. You know what? YouTube really needs to get with the program and let us listen to music on our channels, because we're trying to give the vibes. And I can't get dressed and vibe with no music. So I'm going to turn my music back on and I'll call y'all back in a minute. Okay, y'all, this is my look for today. I'm going to wear these Steve Madden gold and taupe pumps. I'm going to switch bags from my everyday bag, but I just love this look. It's so casual, it's still sleek, you know. Hold on, let me put the heels on. Okay, come back. You can't see the shoe. Let me move you. I always have to come over here so y'all can see me. So this is the look. Bam. Bam, cause this is ladies' night and the vibes are right. Oh, this is ladies' night. Oh, what a night. Hey!
I heard all the words except I love you. I heard all the words except I love you. I need you.
Yes.
Cheers.
Cheers.
He is about to be 21.
Date tonight.
I love it.
I said, my. Isn't it nice for you to have a date with my husband without any interruptions?
I heard
Oh. Have fun, guys. Love you. Love you so much.
You got 2 LOL dolls? What? That's crazy. Chicky. Yay. Don't talk back to me, Sonny.
Don't back to me, Sunny boy.
You got 2 LOL dolls?
LOL.
LOL. They are so cute. Daddy won these for you?
From the claw machine.
Oh my God, from the claw machine. Those are hard. Wow, Daddy. And you got a new baby. You went shopping?
And I got
She is
this
cute,
squishy.
Rosie. You got a squishy? Wow, you got a baby. What are you gonna name her?
Lily.
Lily? That's pretty.